First question is for our state. I've been a county commissioner of this town, so I'm not finished with that. So I wanted to bring up something. There's been a lot of cuts to the budget at the state level, but what's happened is the state has forced the county to pick up a lot of the things that they were doing. So we've had to adjust our budget, and sometimes we have to adjust our budget after it's already set. And then we find out they're not going to, the state's not going to do something, and then we've got to somehow come up with the money, which means we're going to have to cut other local services to do it. So if the state's also had a hard time living up to its commitment to the forest conservation tax that they held for almost 2 years before we got it. We crossed it. Our cost was $400,000, which is a lot in our county, because our budget is usually about $8 million, so $400,000 makes a difference to us. So it's hurting the counties a lot when y'all get up there and cut the budget, which is great, but when you make it trickle down and make the local government pick it up, because you still have laws on the books that says we have to do it. So I wonder what your solutions are.
Well, I mean, that's really the reason why I got into this race, is because being from a small county just like Jasper, we can't take any more of these unfunded mandates that you're referring to, that states bragging about, that hey, we're cutting costs, we're slashing, our budget and everything, but at whose cost? Well, it's at our cost. It's the local property tax holders, and they're doing it in our education, and they are doing it in the law enforcement. Whoever the elected sheriff is going to find out this new bill that they passed, where they changed the misdemeanor felony, statute, is going to basically flood our local jail systems and cause us to have to pay for their housing, pay for their food, pay for their medical attention. So all these things that they keep pushing down to us, the reason why I ran is because, I'm like y'all, I'm tired of it, and if I am elected, I'm going to fight against it, because there's other means of, we've already burdened our property tax holders enough as it is, and so we need to find out other ways of either, cutting state costs, but not at the cost of the local governments. And so, and like I said, I'm not going to be a rubber stamp for the Republican Party just because the governor or the speaker or the lieutenant governor says y'all need to fall in line. So I'm going to work to stop those unfunded mandates that keep coming down.
Right. Well, Bert and I have been doing this a lot and say a lot of the same things. One thing he left out, though, is it works in the school system, too. As a former teacher, I don't like the way they do that either. And a guy who owns a building and a house and rental property, we get hit with property taxes a lot. And that's where most of Georgia's money has come from, the property taxes. And what they've done on the school system side is used to the state would pay 60% and the property owners would pay 40%. And now they've shifted that over time in the last 10 years. Now the state owner pays 38% to the schools, and the property taxes have to go up. And like Bert said, I really get tired of saying, we cut taxes, look at us, when all they're doing is pushing it down. In Millersville, the Board of Education actually voted for a millage rate, and it's going to hit me pretty hard. I can't blame them. What else could they do? Georgia is way overdue of redoing their tax code. They've talked about it every session. They can't seem to get around to do it, but they're really overdue. They need to do that. Because Georgia is 50th in the nation in revenue per capita. So in other words, money they take in for the number of people, we're last in the nation. Because Georgia is one of the few states around here, they don't have any casinos, they don't have any horse racing, dog racing, bingo, all that, which they vote down and you bring it up and people don't want it, so I don't have it. But it's tough, so they got to find some other sources of revenue, which they're going to have to eliminate. They will not raise taxes. That ain't going to happen. But they got to find some other ways of getting revenues, knock off some loopholes or something like that. But Yeah, those unfunded mandates are under